Hey, Tacoma. Welcome back to your TV classroom. 4th and 5th graders, we are still so glad we get to have you here. It's the best.
It really is.
Before we get going with our social emotional lesson for this week, let's check in with our zones. How are you feeling today? What's your brain doing? What's your body doing? How are your emotions feeling? Miss Austin, how are you today?
I'm in the yellow zone. No, I'm more in the blue zone. So I was just thinking that I was kind of anxious last night, and so I'm kind of tired. So I'm not really feeling anxious, but I am feeling a little bit tired this morning. Yeah. How are you feeling?
I am also feeling was kind of in that yellow zone, but I'm not yellow anymore, but I'm kind of in the blue. My brain's a little bit tired today. Oliver had a rough night last night, and so, that happens. Put you in the blue zone. Oh, Mr. Kevin, are you in the blue zone today?
I didn't mean to bring that up right now.
Good transition. How are you today, Mr. Kevin?
Well, as the picture indicates, a little bit in the blue zone as well.
Why are you in the blue zone today?
I just didn't get a lot of sleep last night. I had a lot of work to do this weekend. Sometimes adults have so much to do on the weekends that they don't feel like they get any playtime.
Yeah. Have you ever felt like work was your weekend?
Yes.
Oh, good, I get to go back to work.
I know. It's important to have that break, both physically and mentally.
It is. Yeah. We'll make sure you get a break, okay, Mr. Kevin?
Well, thank you.
You're welcome.
Hey, let's play a game.
I think that's a great way to get our brains to wake up, because I just want to go to sleep here on the table.
Let's play a game. This game is called, I have the directions here. 1, 2, 3, don't interrupt me. And it's to help us stop and think before we say or do something. And how we play is, we're gonna go around, but not in the same order, and we're gonna start counting. So I'll start, and I'll say 1. And then Mrs. Wally and Mr. Kevin have to pay close attention to each other, because one of them will say 2, but they can't interrupt each other.
Could you also say 2?
I think the same student can't go 2 numbers in a row, or the same person.
Because there's only 3 of us, maybe we should be able to. That'd make it even trickier.
Because we could kind of figure out a pattern, couldn't we?
We could,
okay, that's a good idea. Okay, so we're gonna start, and the goal is to get as high as we can without interrupting. So we're gonna have to pay really close attention to what we call nonverbal cues, where we look at each other, and we can tell, you can usually tell when someone's about to speak by what their eyes do. It's even gonna be super tricky because we have our masks on.
Right, we kind of made it harder for the adults by having our masks on, except for Mr. Kevin doesn't have a mask on, so.
I don't, because I'm far away from you.
He is, he's so way in the back of the room.
Far away.
So we're gonna have to pay really close attention to each other.
This is a good game for me.
I think it's a good game for everyone.
But I definitely struggle with interrupting. My brain just is like, say it now, and then I say it, and I'm like, oh my gosh, why did you do that, Mrs. Wally? Something I struggle with.
Okay, here
Even adults?
Yeah, right, even adults. We've talked about this before, yeah. Okay, here we go. Ready, Mr. Kevin?
I think so.
Okay, 1,
2,
3,
4,
5.
Okay, let's start over.
Okay.
Does somebody else want to start?
Sure.
Okay,
1,
2,
3,
4,
5.
6,
7,
8,
9,
10.
11,
12,
13,
14,
15,
16,
17,
18,
19.
20, 21.
21.
Oh!
We really had to pay close attention.
We
And you know what
really
was
did.
tricky?
Yeah.
Is I was trying to watch Mrs. Wally and Mr. Kevin at the same time. So I was looking, we have a TV over here where I can see both. I can see the same shot that you see.
I was doing the same thing.
But then there's a little bit of a delay.
There it is.
Yeah.
That was fun. So 4th and 5th graders, this is a game that you can teach to your people at home or at daycare or at Y care or at school, and pay really close attention to what someone does right before they speak. You can usually tell because they might raise their eyebrows, or they might lean forward,
Or they might
take a breath. And if they're not wearing a mask, like I could tell Mr. Kevin was about to speak because he started to make the beginning sound of the number with his mouth. So paying really close attention to those nonverbal cues can help you stop and think before you say or do something that you know might get you in trouble or hurt someone's feelings. That was a fun game. That was really fun.
And it's true. It really does help.
It really does.
You know what also helps is like actually listening to the people talking versus trying to think about what you're going to say next.
Yes.
Yeah.
Think about what they're saying instead of how I want to respond.
Yes.
Even sometimes when I'm thinking about like Mrs. Wally's talking and I want to make a connection with her, it's still, I need to listen to her thought all the way through before I start. Because once I start thinking about my own connection, I'm not as good of a listener.
Same here.
We have been learning all about the hurdles to teamwork. These are the behaviors that can get in the way and prevent a team from being successful and working together. Some of the hurdles that we discussed were interrupting, blaming others, and excluding others.
Yeah, that one I find can be a really tough one in elementary school because you're learning how to be together as a team, and I see that a lot as a teacher with students excluding others for whatever reason, and that becomes problematic. Like if on the playground or in the lunchroom you're excluding others, but then you have to work as a team in class, that can become really problematic.
It can.
Yeah.
And it can be really hard even if you're not doing it intentionally or you're not even a part of it and you see someone else excluding others. It can be really hard to speak up and say something.
Right, sometimes we worry maybe they'll then exclude me and I don't want to be excluded, and so it kind of makes the problem bigger.
Yeah. We learned about the cool rule, or as Miss Melanie Denise Cunningham taught us, the platinum rule, is that we treat others the way they want to be treated. And in order to do that, it requires that we know people really well so that we know how they want to be treated.
Miss Osland, you did this for me on Friday. I don't know if you even know you did it.
I don't know.
So we had a bunch of meetings and we were having to take in a lot of information and I had to really listen and I wasn't able to process. And then I video called you and you said, go ahead, Mrs. Wally, process. And that felt really good that you just let me process and think out loud. So thank you.
Oh, you're welcome.
She was treating me the way she knew I wanted to be treated.
That is true. I didn't even think about that.
Yep.
Thank you for saying that.
You're welcome.
So let's think about why. So we're talking more about working as a team.
Yes.
Why do we like working as a team? What are a couple reasons, 4th and 5th graders, that you like working on a team? Either at school, maybe it's a sports team, maybe it's a club, maybe it's just hanging out with your friends.
Should we have some think time?
Yeah.
It's Monday.
Got some good ideas? Why do you like working as a team, Mrs. Wally?
Because I feel like I'm a part of something and it feels really good to be a part of something and not have to be alone.
I was also thinking it's more fun.
Yeah.
Like even just thinking about how Mrs. Wally and I at the beginning, or through most of the school year, we taught separately.
We did.
And now that we're both here, it's so much more fun.
And more challenging.
It is.
But more fun.
I know.
So it's kind of like that whole like reward from the challenge thing. The teaching is way more fun.
It is.
I also,
No, go
sorry.
ahead.
I also learn more. Mr. Kevin?
Let me turn my mic on. Yes, I was going to say, I like working in a team because it's a shared responsibility. The outcome depends on all three of us, in this case for TV Classroom. You two couldn't do it on your own. I could definitely not do it on my own. So
Right.
it's a team, and everybody brings something different to the team.
And the product becomes better because you have all those really great brains working together. Or like think about a football team. You couldn't just
Yeah.
have a quarterback. It
No.
wouldn't work.
It would not work at all.
And you can't just have a line of defensive players because that won't work.
That won't work.
You have to have all the people with all the different skills coming together
Yes. Yeah.
to make it work, make the magic happen.
Make the magic happen.
Yeah.
Today we're going to think about what is one strategy that your team will use to improve team discussions. Now, team discussions is when you are collaborating or working together on a product or a project, and you have to talk about what you're going to do.
Like come to a consensus
To a
almost.
consensus.
Ooh.
Yeah. So think about that. And at the end of our lesson, this is what your independent work is going to be, is to write about a strategy that your team will use to improve team discussions. So we did some thinking around why we like team huddles or why we like to work on a team. Some of the ideas that we said are that we get ideas from others and it's fun to work together. What are some challenges? What can make it tricky?
Different perspectives.
Oh,
Like you might really disagree with what somebody says. And it might not just be I kind of disagree. It might be like, I think that's wrong. And you feel really strongly about it.
having to manage strong feelings
Yes.
or disagreements
Yeah.
can be really tricky.
Really tricky. And those are the things that kind of make a team fall apart if you don't know how to manage that well.
Yeah,
But actually disagreements are a good thing.
they are.
But it doesn't feel like it at the time.
Because that's usually when we learn, right?
Yeah, that's
when we
usually when the product becomes really amazing.
Yeah, yeah. I also was thinking that people who interrupt or sharing the airtime. This is a term we use a lot in education, meaning Mrs. Wally and I only have about 30 minutes for this lesson. What if I was doing all the talking and she didn't get to talk at all?
That would be very hard for me.
That would be really hard, and we wouldn't hear your thinking.
Right.
All that our students would hear is my thinking, and you have valuable perspective to add.
Or if I just interrupted you the entire time,
That would be really frustrating.
you'd be like, just let me get my thought out. Yeah.
So we're going to add discussion. I put probs because the word problems wouldn't fit on our hurdle.
I like probs better.
Probs, yeah. Discussion probs are hurdles on the path to teamwork. These are behaviors that can get in the way of a team being successful or working well together.
Well, so then what do we do about it? Because I know that I've struggled with these things when I'm on teams. Do we have some good strategies?
We do.
Okay, are you guys ready? Let's learn some strategies because I will tell you, can I give them a secret?
Yes.
All your teachers struggle with this too. It's not just students.
No, it's a person.
It's
problem.
probably one of the biggest things and the hardest parts of teaching.
Yeah.
Wouldn't you say?
I would say
that, like
so.
having those collaborative teams and really, when you get a team together that does this teamwork really well and has really good team discussions, man, it becomes a really, really powerful learning environment for everybody. So know that you're not alone. If you're feeling like I struggle with those things, that's okay. We all do.
We all do. And today we're going to learn effective ways to promote positive team discussions. So again, some team discussion problems could be interrupting or blurting, not waiting your turn, putting down a teammate's idea.
Ooh, I've heard that too.
I've done that.
It doesn't feel very good.
Yeah, it doesn't feel good for anyone. As soon as I have been like, that's not a good idea, I'm like, I shouldn't have said that. That wasn't nice.
I wonder what we should do. Maybe you could, if you say that and then you realize, then you could say, I am so sorry that came out wrong.
Yeah, I need to check myself. I need to think about how I'm speaking to others. And then again, there's that not monitoring the airtime where one person speaks the whole time and doesn't think about just pausing and waiting and letting someone else. Because a lot of times it takes me a minute to formulate my ideas. And it's not that I don't have an idea, it's that I'm not ready to share it yet because I haven't finished processing it.
It's just so interesting how different our brains are because
know.
I have to say it and process it and get it all backwards and then get it out for me to process it.
That is so interesting.
But it's something I have to work on is really give Miss Oslin time to process so that she also has really amazing ideas. And if I just, what I call steamroll the conversation, which is I just process, and it's not on purpose. I'm not doing it to be mean, but I just process and only worry about my needs, then I don't get to get the really amazing thoughts from Miss Oslin.
So we have to know each other really well, like you said, and I need to know when Mrs. Awali needs to process, and then she knows when I need time to just think quietly. So we have a cartoon that we're going to read together today that shows us how teams can have a hard time with discussions or working together.
Do you want me to be one character and you can be the other?
Sure.
Okay.
So this is the teacher saying, as a team, please discuss and write down your solution to the math problem. We will then share it with the rest of the class.
This happens a lot.
A lot.
I know. I solved the problem by taking
started 4 and I tried to solve
No,
the
listen to how I
solution
solved it. I drew on an array. Uh-oh.
And then I multiplied it all by 2.
That's the stupidest way to solve it, and you got the wrong answer.
Jaden, we feel frustrated. You're not being a good teammate.
What? Why? What's the problem?
What is the problem? Interrupting and blurting.
And putting another...
And putting someone else's ideas down.
Right. Now, Jaden doesn't have to tell that person they got it right when they got it wrong.
No.
But it was the way Jaden said it.
Yes. So there's a lot of problems on this one. We're going to use this Think It Through sheet to help us think about some solutions and some possible consequences to those solutions. So what is the problem? There's not positive discussion happening.
No one's able to get their words in.
How did that make everyone feel? They were frustrated.
Really frustrated. And then Jaden was kind of surprised.
Right?
I don't think Jaden realized what he was doing.
No, definitely not doing it to be mean.
No. I've felt like Jaden before. And I've left a conversation going, oh man, I didn't even let anyone talk.
So, does the problem involve any other people? Yeah, it involved a whole team. So we have to think about how everyone on the team feels. And what could we do to solve this problem?
Could we go back to the
Slides
and let's kind of like dissect them?
Okay.
Okay. Well, I think everyone's happy there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And the teacher says, as a team, please discuss and write down your solution to the math problem. We will then share it with the rest of the class.
Now, Jaden's like, okay, I'm going to share my idea.
Yeah.
But he didn't realize this other person was starting to talk. And you can tell it just like completely got cut off. And then they didn't get their whole idea out. I don't think that person, the eyes that person has in their face,
She seems kind of irritated.
feeling disrespected, I think.
And then again.
Yeah, same thing. So feeling disrespected. That person's sad.
Yeah. She went from kind of looking proud or happy to share her idea.
Yeah.
And then being really sad. And then, you know what I appreciate here is that in the end, on the last square, they tell Jaden how what he's doing makes them feel.
Because Jaden doesn't know.
Doesn't know.
Jaden's not going to know unless someone from the team tells him. Because he's having a hard time listening and understanding and taking cues. But I love how respectful that person was.
Yes.
We are feeling frustrated. You're not being a good teammate. And I think I would even change that.
Yeah, I wouldn't say you're not
I wouldn't
being a
say
good
you're
team-
not being a good teammate either.
Yeah.
What would you say, Miss Osland?
I would say I think there's a better way that we can have a discussion. And then I might give some solutions. And here's what I was thinking for a solution is that Jaden obviously really enjoys sharing his ideas. So I wonder if, first of all, they can play the brain game that we played, the 1, 2, 3, don't interrupt me. And he could hopefully then learn some of those nonverbal cues
Yes.
so that he could know when not to interrupt. And then I was thinking, the teacher said they were going to share out. So I wonder if they all get a turn to talk, but then Jaden gets to be the one to share out for the rest of the class.
Yeah, I know, because someone with a brain like Jaden's, I think, what happens is you think, oh, we're going to run out of time and I'm not going to be able to give my idea, and I know my idea is really good and I really want to give it out, and then you just blurt everywhere,
Yep.
right? So I think I liked the idea of like making sure everyone knows how much time. What if they had a timer?
That's a
right, to
great
share the
solution.
airtime. I love it when we're in meetings and you're in a group and each person has a certain amount of time to talk. Oh, it's my
Yes.
favorite kind of thing, because my brain can settle down and go, you're gonna get your chance. So just
Yep.
listen and
Yep.
then you'll get your chance to talk.
Yeah.
I was also thinking she could say the action that he's doing. So Jaden, we're really frustrated because we're trying to share our ideas and you've interrupted every single person who's tried to share. Because he may not realize it.
No, and then he would know, right?
And he'd
that
say,
would
oh
be-
my goodness.
Yeah, that would be one of the possible consequences is that then he knows and he can be aware of it and monitor the airtime.
Yeah.
I think we've come up with some really good strategies here.
Yeah.
Then, as a team, we would circle or decide which one of these win-win solutions would be the best in that situation. Because not every solution is going to be good for every situation.
Right. But this is where you just kind of brainstorm
Yeah.
what to do.
Reminds me of the peace path, right?
Yeah.
Where we,
What would you choose, Miss Oslin?
I really like the timer idea
I do too.
because I think that would, like you said, give Jaden some peace in his mind to know that he's going to get to share. And so he doesn't feel like he has to interrupt because he will get to share his thinking.
You might even let Jaden be in charge of the timer.
Oh, I like that.
I love being the timekeeper.
Yeah, I
It's
bet
one of my
Jaden would
favorite
too.
things to do.
Today we learned some effective ways to promote positive team discussions. Think about how people are feeling, think about who all is involved and how everyone's feeling, brainstorm solutions and some possible consequences, and then as a team decide which is the best win-win solution. So everybody gets some of what they want and everybody feels okay with the outcome.
Could we list some of the solutions we came up with?
Yes.
Okay. So we did the timer.
There was a timer. Everyone has a role, right? So like someone gets to share out.
Yeah, and like the timekeeper and the question asker. And everyone still gets to share their thinking,
Yep.
but everyone's kind of given a job to do. I like that.
Playing the brain game.
Oh yeah, play the brain game to practice when you're not doing teamwork.
Yep.
That'd be something you could even do like at the lunch table while you're eating and like
yeah.
talking, and then all of a sudden a number comes out and you
Yeah.
have to like, oh, that would be really fun.
That would be fun.
What else?
Oh, sharing using iMessages.
What if we had like everyone gets a certain amount of time to think? That would then honor
Oh,
people
yeah.
who have a brain like yours
Yeah.
that need time to process inside, and then everyone have a turn to share.
That's a good idea too.
And maybe you know the people who like to share, process out loud, they can share first.
Yeah.
See, there's
was,
lots of ways.
was that 4 different strategies?
Yeah.
Wow. So 4th and 5th graders, you're going to think about what is one strategy, and there are more. Maybe you came up with your own, or you have one that you know works really well with your team. And you're going to write about that in your writing notebook. Choose one strategy or more that your team will use to improve team discussions. And you're going to think about how does it help improve your team discussions.
And maybe you could send it to us and we could start a list.
Yes.
Like if you can think of one that's different, please send it in.
Oh, yeah.
We can add a list to the TV Classroom Team Discussion Solutions list.
That's a great idea. And then you and I could practice using them too.
We could.
That's a great idea.
I love it.
Remember, you're also going to continue thinking about the cool rule and treating others the way they want to be treated. And of course, we'd love for you to send us your ideas here at TV Classroom. Mr. Kevin, how can our 4th and 5th graders send us their thinking?
Well, students, just go to your computer and you can use email to send it to TV Classroom at tacoma.k12.wa.us, or you can always mail it to us. Especially works well if you have something large you want to mail, like a big picture or a poster, anything you draw, whatever you want. TV Classroom, 601 South 8th Street, Tacoma, Washington, 98405.
Thank
Wonderful.
you, Mr. Kevin. As always, we start with our zones and we end with our affirmation. Our affirmation is when we get to say positive things about ourselves before we go off to do our independent work. Today, our affirmation is going to be, I am a strong teammate. Because
Sorry, Miss Oslin.
go ahead.
It's a really good one because even people who struggle with interrupting, which I just did, we kind of didn't, we just both started talking at the same time.
Yeah, that wasn't really interrupting.
It's hard to tell with our masks
I
on
know.
who's going to talk. Even those people are strong teammates.
Oh yeah, like Mr. Kevin pointed out, everyone has really strong attributes and things that they bring to the team that we benefit from.
Yep.
So let's all take a deep breath together and say our affirmation. I am a strong teammate. Excellent job today, 4th and 5th graders. We're again so happy to have you here in our TV classroom. We hope you have a great rest of the day, and we'll see you back here next time. Bye.
See ya.
Hey kids, we want to see your work. Just send your pictures and your stories to TV Classroom, 601 South 8th Street, Tacoma, Washington, 98405.
Hi kids, welcome to Jurassic Parkour. Walk with me. Today we are going on an adventure. We are going to be hiking and running in search of a hidden waterfall. But be warned, there will be dinosaurs. These are the rules. 1. Keep moving. We will be alternating between hiking and running, but don't stop. If you can't run or walk, try finding other parts of your body you can move. Whenever you hear Dr. Malcolm say,
Must go faster.
you go faster. Don't stop until we make it to the waterfall. Have fun.
Must go faster.
Let's run! Look out for those dinosaurs.
Must go faster.
This way.
Go faster! Whoa! That was a close one. Good job, you guys. Keep up the good work. Look out for those dinosaurs. Come on, keep going. Oh, good job, you guys. You're working hard. Whew. Keep up the good work. We can make it. Whew. You guys are doing a great job. Keep it up. We're almost to our rest spot. Good job. Whew. Good job, you guys. Now it's time for a little break. Slow down and let's go at a walking speed. Good job. Look how beautiful this forest is. Boy, this fresh air does feel good, doesn't it? Good job, you guys. You're awesome. Keep up the good work. But get ready.
Must go faster.
Oh no! More dinosaurs! Look out! You got, guys! Start running! Good job! Get in the herd, you guys, and keep running! Don't fall down! Stay on your feet! Good job! Keep up the good work! Let's make it to the forest!
Must go faster.
Run, guys, run! First dinosaurs, now volcanoes? Oh, come on. We can do it, though. Let's go. Keep going. We got this. Whoa. To the trees. Whew. Nice job, everybody. We made it to another safe spot. Wow. Look how pretty this water looks. Boy, I could go for a swim. We're getting closer to the waterfall, so keep up the good work. All right, here we go. Get ready. Catch your breath. All right.
Must go faster.
More volcanoes. Run! Whoa! Whoa! Come on, we can do it, guys.
Must go faster.
All right, here we go, guys. Keep working hard. You are all doing awesome. You're superstars. This is when we start getting tired, but we're getting closer to the waterfall. So keep working hard, keep moving, and we're gonna make it. Whoa! Good job. I'm proud of you. Whoa! Good work.
Call for help! Stop taking pictures!
We got this. Woo! This has been the wildest hike I've ever been on. Woo! But I know we can outrun these dinosaurs. You all have been working hard.
Did we lose it?
No!
All right. We got this. Whoa! He's getting a little bit close. Keep running.
Hit the brakes!
Woo! Look out for these ones with the spiny tails. Whoa! Whoa!
Must go faster.
Whoa! Great job, class. Final stretch. We're almost to the waterfall. Just move as fast as you can. We got this. Come on, run. Whoa! There's the waterfall. We gotta jump. Get ready. Here we go. Here we go. Get ready to jump. Ready? 1, 2, 3. Whoa! Nice job, everybody. We made it. Boy, did that waterfall feel good. Now, we're gonna have a little bit of a warm down. We're gonna walk nice and easy to catch our breath and let our heart rate drop down and let our lungs get more oxygen into our body, because that was a lot of hard work. You are all superstars. Thank you for joining me on this amazing Jurassic parkour hike through the woods. Good job, everybody, and we'll see you next time.